Welcome back, everyone. We got a tank of a truck today. So it's 2012 F250, 6.2 liter. It's a gasser. Let's get it started. Okay, hopefully you didn't just buy one of these things, because you know you're going to overpay it out your ass right now for a truck. But if you did or you didn't, you're going to need 7 quarts of oil. I just went with this because it was easy. It does take 520, if you can read it down there. This one is your transmission, and that bottom one is your oil. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and jump off my nice platform and get to it. I'm gonna drop the oil and drop the filter, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here's your front diff. Obviously there's your oil filter, there's your drain plug. It is a 16 millimeter, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this draining, and I'll be right back. So if you use CarQuest brand, that's your part number for the 6.2. Okay, make sure and do the filter a quarter turn past hand tight. Doesn't have to be torqued on there real hard. Like whoever did this truck before is an asshole. I had to use a filter wrench, and I had to actually put some oomph into it to get it off. A couple Ugga Duggas worth at least. So now it's time to fill some oil. I'll be right back. Okay, so go ahead and go find the dirtiest funnel you can find for this application. Clean it out with some brake clean and get ready to shove some oil in it. Let it dry, obviously, before you shove it in your motor. And remember, you need 7 quarts. I don't think I need to show you this, but just dump it in one at a time. So you can get all your oil in there, let the funnel drain a little bit. Now is actually a good time to do a quick once over of your engine bay. You know, make sure you have washer fluid, and that goes in right there. But check your serpentine belt, make sure it's not too bad. You know, just do a once over. Check your air filter, that's on the other side. Air filter's right here. You pop a few clips. There's 3 of them. So 3 clips, this little connector. Pull that red piece out, and then you just push on it right there. Then I undid the clamp right there. Just it's easier to pull that guy out. And so this one actually needs to be replaced. It's pretty damn dirty. So I'll get a new one of those, and I'll throw that in there. Check your coolant level. You should never really need to add brake fluid unless, you know, you're got a leak somewhere. But sometimes these are known to leak power steering fluid, so check the power steering fluid right there. This one's still good. It's right there, you can see it. Other than that, you should be good. So another good practice when you're underneath the car changing your oil, or truck in this case, it's a good idea to check your, you know, transmission pan, your rear, your tail shaft seal, tie rod ends, drag links, pitman arms, idle arms, stuff like that, just to kind of get ahead of the game. If you know you have a torn boot, CV shafts, this one doesn't have it, but you know, just in case you have something going bad, you can kind of get prepared for it. But this is the time that, since you got all the oil in, go ahead and start it, check for any leaks underneath the truck, and if you don't, you're good to go. Let's get that oil life reset. Okay, so these are your buttons you're going to pay attention to, okay? So your top one's set up. So right there, you're going to click it twice, and you're going to get the oil life reset. And then just hold that bottom button, and when it does that, you're good to go. So, super simple, guys. But go ahead, like, subscribe, comment, questions, leave them down below. But make sure and share us. Deuces, everyone.